Children, in the last video you have seen about the salts. In that we had the discussion regarding the types of salts. So under that types of salts, normal salt, acidic salt and basic salt, we had the discussion. Now we will be discussing about the double salt. Okay, double salts. So what are double salts? The definition I will be writing, and next we will be having the line-to-line explanation. Double salts. The salts which contain more than one simple salt are called as double salts. The salts which contain more than one simple salt. More than one simple salt are called double salts. Are called double salts. And these salts will undergo complete dissociation in their aqueous solutions. So these salts will undergo complete dissociation in their aqueous solution. So double salts means what? The salts which contain more than one simple salt are called double salts. And these salts will undergo complete dissociation in their aqueous solution. And they give the reactions of all ions present in the simple salts. Okay, the examples are Mohs salt, Mohs salt. Mohs salt formula I will write. Mohs salt formula is FeSO4 NH2 NH4 taken twice sulfate and 6H2O. So this is the formula of Mohs salt. Mohs salt formula is FeSO4 NH4 taken twice SO4 6H2O. That is ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate. Hydrated, 6 water molecules are there. Mohs salt is hydrated ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate. Okay, this is the example of double salt. And the second example is potassium, which is already you know in purification of water we use alums. Okay, potassium. So potassium formula is K2SO4 and aluminum sulfate it is. Okay, Al2SO4 taken thrice and water molecules will be there 24H2O. This is the formula of potassium alum. Okay, so double salt examples, Mohs salt and potassium salt. Two salts are present along with water molecule. Next we have mixed salt. Mixed salts. So mixed salts means what? The name itself is there. More than one acidic ion, acidic radical is called as a mixed salt. Okay. The salts which contain more than one basic or acidic. Okay, which contain more than one basic or acidic radical. Is called as mixed salt. Okay, or called mixed salt. Mixed salts. And these salts will undergo complete dissociation in aqueous solutions. These salts will undergo complete dissociation in aqueous solution. Complete dissociation in aqueous solution. And they give the reaction of all the ions produced in aqueous solution. Okay. So they give the reaction of all the ions produced in aqueous solution. Okay. So mixed salts, the salts which contain more than one, okay, which contain more than one basic or acidic radical are called as mixed salts, and these salts will undergo dissociation in aqueous solutions. They give reactions of all the ions produced in the solution. Okay, whatever that are there, they are produced in the solution. And the examples I am writing here, you can see here. Okay, the examples are sodium potassium carbonate. Sodium potassium carbonate salt. Sodium potassium carbonate salt. So the formula is NaClO, potassium carbonate, CO3, carbonate is, okay, CO3. So it contains the radicals of Na plus, K plus and CO3 2 minus. That is one example. And another example is bleaching powder. Okay, bleaching powder is an example of mixed salt. It is CaOCl2. Okay, Cl2 plus and O2, OCl minus and Cl minus. These are the radicals. Okay. See, in this what are present? Na plus is present, K plus is present, and CO3 2 minus is present. So these are the radicals which are present. And in bleaching powder, what are the radicals present? Means Ca2 plus, OCl minus and Cl minus. So these are the radicals which are present in bleaching powder. So double salt, mixed salt. These are the differences. And the last one we have complex salts. And the last one what we have is complex salts. Okay, so complex salts means what? Which consists of one or more simple salts and one complex ion in them is called as complex salt. Okay, the salts which contain the salt which contain one or more, okay, simple ions along with and one complex ion, okay, and one complex ion is called complex salt. Okay, so what is a complex ion? That may be your doubt. Okay, a complex ion is made up of group of atoms. Okay, and they do not undergo any further dissociation when even dissolved in aqueous solutions. Okay, so that is the thing, and that is a complex ion. So a complex ion, is made up of a group of atoms. Is made up of a group of atoms which does not undergo further dissociation. Which does not undergo further dissociation into individual atoms. Or ions and act as a complete unit. So this is complex ion. What is a complex ion means? It is made up of a group of atoms which does not go further dissociation into individual atoms or ions and act as a complete unit. Okay. So complex salts means what? The salts which contain one or more simple ions and one complex ion is called as a complex salt. And complex salts undergo dissociation into a complex ion and a simple ion. Okay, they will undergo like this, as in a complex ion and a simple ion. And the example, potassium ferrocyanide. Potassium ferrocyanide. So it is an example of complex salt. Potassium ferrocyanide. The formula you can see K4 FeCN taken 6 times. Cn taken 6 times. See, complex ions are always written like this in the bracket, closed brackets. Okay. So here what are the ions means? The ions are K plus. Okay, that is the simple ion. And the complex ion is what? FeCN taken is the complex ion. Okay, this is the complex ion. So these are the ions. What are these? Are the ions. And next we have one more, sodium argentocyanide. The other example is what? Sodium argentocyanide. See, the other example is sodium argentocyanide. Sodium means Na, argento means Ag, cyanide, Cn taken twice. So this is the example of another salt, complex salt example. Okay. So these are the examples. So in this what we have Na plus and AgCN taken twice as minus. These are the ions. Okay, these are the ions. Minus ions. So this is the case. So in today's total, okay, in yesterday's class and in today's class, we had a very clear discussion. What is a salt? How salt is formed? When acid react with base, you get salt and water. Total salts are normal salts, next acidic salts, basic salts, mixed salts, complex salts. So totally we have the 6 types of salts. Okay, and some important things are there regarding the salts. Starting in the first thing I said, the one which we are getting from the ic acids and us acids. Okay, and in a salt we have 2 parts, positive part and negative part. The positive part, the positive ion part is called as basic radical, and the negative ion part is called as the acidic radical. Okay, so in a salt, the positive ion part, we call it as what? Basic radical, and the negative ion part is called as the negative ion part is called as acidic radical. Okay, these 2 are also important points. The positive ion part in a salt is called as basic radical, and the negative ion part in the salt is called as acidic radical. Okay, the positive ion part is called as the basic radical, and the negative ion part is called as the acidic radical. So this is all about the salts. Complete details regarding the salt. Okay.